It began at an art gala, a sea of champagne flutes and finely tailored suits swirling under dim, romantic lighting. Selena was there as a guest of the gallery owner, radiating confidence in her black satin gown. Her presence turned heads and drew whispers. Among the admirers stood Evan, a hedge fund magnate with an ego larger than his wealth. He prided himself on conquering challenges, and when Selena brushed past him without a glance, it ignited his competitive fire. "Excuse me," Evan said, blocking her path with a practiced grin. "I couldn't let you leave without introducing myself, Evan Lockhart." Selena's eyes skimmed him as if weighing his worth, her lips curving into a faint, knowing smile. "Selena, and you already know who you are. So what do you want?" His confidence faltered briefly, but he recovered. "A conversation with the most intriguing woman in the room." Selena leaned closer, her voice dropping to a silken purr. "Intrigue requires substance, Evan. Do you have any?" The chase was set, but what Evan didn't realize was that the game had already slipped from his grasp. Evan pursued Selena relentlessly, showering her with invitations to exclusive dinners and extravagant gifts. Yet, he was careless assuming she would be impressed by material wealth alone. The first major misstep came at a high-end restaurant he chose, boasting about its exclusivity. Selena had made a passing comment about her love for French cuisine, yet he had brought her to a steakhouse. "This isn't quite my style," Selena remarked, her tone laced with polite disdain as she swirled her wine. Evan laughed it off. "Oh, but you'll love it once you try. Trust me." "Trust? That's earned, Evan." Her eyes locked on his, a flicker of warning behind her lashes. He shrugged, brushing aside the edge in her tone. It wasn't until their next meeting, when he arrived late and failed to bring the flowers he had promised, that Selena decided he needed a lesson. Selena orchestrated her response meticulously. She invoked the Siren archetype, channeling allure and mystery to keep Evan guessing. Messages grew sparse, her responses cryptic, yet tinged with just enough warmth to keep him engaged. When they met again, she invited him to an exclusive rooftop bar, dressed in crimson silk that caught the moonlight. "I was starting to think you'd forgotten me," Evan said, attempting charm. Selena's smile was soft, calculated. "Forget you? That would suggest you've made an impression." His ego flared. "Haven't I?" Selena sipped her champagne, letting the silence stretch. "You've tried, but effort without insight, well, that only goes so far." Evan leaned in. "Tell me how to fix it." There it was. The shift. She had cracked his confidence just enough to plant doubt. Selena devised a challenge. She handed Evan a sleek black envelope containing her demands. The list was simple but strategic. A custom piece of art commissioned in her name, a private jet trip to Paris, and an endowment to her favorite charity. Each item required thought, time, and a display of genuine effort. Evan balked. "This is a lot." Selena's expression hardened. "Then don't. Walk away. But understand this. My time is valuable, and my expectations reflect my worth. Either rise to meet them, or admit you're not the man I thought you were." The tension in the air was palpable. Evan, unaccustomed to being challenged, hesitated, but eventually nodded. "I'll do it." Weeks passed, and Evan fulfilled each demand with precision. He presented Selena with a vibrant painting commissioned from a renowned artist, gifted her a weekend of Parisian luxury, and sent proof of the charitable endowment. Yet Selena remained aloof, her approval elusive. Finally, at an event, Selena hosted a gala supporting her newly funded charity. Evan approached her. Have I earned your trust? Selena turned to him, a glint of satisfaction in her eyes. You've made progress, but trust? That's still under review. Evan laughed, albeit nervously, realizing that the dynamic had forever shifted. Selena was no longer a conquest. She was his compass, and she, radiant and unyielding, had solidified her dominance over the once arrogant mogul. Selena's triumph was rooted in understanding Evan's egoist nature. By challenging his confidence, while offering clear paths to earn her favor, she maintained control. Evan learned that respect and effort were non-negotiable, and Selena solidified her position as the one thing he could never fully own, because true power lies in being unattainable.